Alright, so this is where I love to be, out here in the great outdoors, and so, you know, once a week I work full time, so, once a week I come out here and I just really get away from everything, and I try to, take you guys along and hopefully find some awesome little scaly pals. So what do you say? We get a looking for them.
Hey there, feather. Hey, feather. How you doing? Good feather. Hey, feather. Hey, feather. How we doing now, feather?
Oh, look, you can close completely up. That's what box turtles do. You can close completely up. Look at this, nothing hanging out. It's a good old little box turtle there, eh? Not bad. I love little box turtles. They're so awesome with their little hinged plastron there, which is the plastron is the under part of their shell. Like always, these guys are very floppy. He's very floppy. I'm very floppy. This little guy. Look at his little tail. He's like, oh my gosh, no. You're okay, aren't you? Anyway, just a little ribbon snake here. Saw him cruising along and thought I'd catch him and give you guys a look. He's a good little pal. He's a good little pal. You're okay. And I say he's okay, but he does look, I saw a spot on him. He looks like he might have some kind of damage, possibly Yeah, that does look like it's just damage. I hope it's not parasites, but you know, outside it's very common for them to have parasites. And that's why you don't really want to bring home wild-caught snakes, because there's a pretty high likelihood that they're going to have parasites. So, you know. My little pal. My little pal. Here you go, though. There you go. On out. There you go. Let him go about his business. Bye, pal. You still not sure if you can leave? You can. You can leave. You can leave, pal. There you go. Cool. This little dude right here doesn't even know I'm here, but he's about to. Well, how you doing, buddy? You're fine. You're fine. You're okay. You're okay. Little broad-banded water snake right here, Nerodia fasciata confluens, and this guy's actually in shed. Not trying to get bit. You can see his venter there. Look how beautiful that is. Little pal. But he's actually pretty calm, this little baby boy. These guys like worms, fish, frogs, all sorts of things like that, you know. And this one right here is actually in a pretty calm mood. He's musking and getting upset. There we go. You're fine, you're fine. I'll give him something else to focus on. Anyway. Okay, well, he's getting a little bit upset, so we're just going to let him go. But anyhow, Nerodia fasciata confluens. These guys right here, you'll notice they do not have an arrow-shaped head. Look at this little pal. Anyway, they do not have an arrow-shaped head like, you know, the cottonmouth would. And they flatten their head out like that, and they'll flatten their body out too, trying to look nice and menacing when they're upset, but you know, they're fine and they're not going to do anything to anybody. They do have anticoagulant in their saliva, which will cause you to bleed, you know, more than the normal, and that's what will happen if you get bit by one of these guys. But that's about it. You know, they are not venomous. It's a non-venomous species, and they are beautiful. This is the rock I found him on. I'm just going to let him crawl back into the water there. This is always a very a good area to find you know, broad-banded water snakes and things like that. So. All right, here we have another little broad-banded water snake. Of course, this guy is, you know, he's young, but he's still pretty emaciated at this size. I would say, you know, he has a little bit of damage it looks like he's healing from, so that might have something to do with it. But this is a great area for him to find frogs and things like that. So, you know, he should be fine. And minnows and all sorts of good food for him. And so this shouldn't be a issue. This guy's probably twice as long as the last one I got, but you know, he's real emaciated. I mean, I can see he has parasites. I mean, I can tell by little lumps in him. He looks like he has internal parasites as well. So that might have a lot to do with what he's doing. Look, he's just staring at the camera all googly-eyed. But that has a little bit to do with why my poor little pal here is so skinny, I think. But this is a really good area for him to hunt in. So shouldn't be an issue for him to find food in the future. Again, these guys are non-venomous colubrids, you know, water snakes, Nerodia fasciata confluens. But this guy, I mean, you can see his spine right there. He's very emaciated. You know, unfortunately, even though this is an okay area for him to find food, he's just, you know, actually, you know, I just don't know why he's having such a hard time here, but anyhow, we're going to let him go back where we found him. Alrighty. right, so this is upgraded enclosure for Momo. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is pretty large. It is a 240 gallon, 4 by 4 by 2, and it's 4 feet by 4 feet by 2 feet, with his own tree in here, recently purchased, which he is loving currently. He's got this big corner shelf unit here with a vine so he can, climb it and all that very nicely. But yes, Momo is loving his new enclosure. I mean, considering he went from 40 gallons to 240 gallons, who can blame him, right? Momo here, just enjoying his enclosure. He loves his tree. I mean, just like I say, it's just like if you look at it, that's the enclosure he had deserved, I mean, this is the enclosure he used to be in. He came in a 40-gallon enclosure, and boom, that's what he's in now. We upgraded Mystique into the 40-gallon from the 20-gallon, so she's loving that, and you can see she's half buried there. That's what she likes doing. She burrows everywhere. She loves it. She's got her little plant in there. Her cork bark. I mean, not as big as Momo's cork bark, but Anyway, and then also, she just took her first meal. That's Frost. She's a leucistic black rat snake, and she's beautiful. A good girl in Mystique's old enclosure, but I cleaned it and redecorated. We're still gonna do more things, but this is just actually what I already had. So, and of course Lulu doing well as always. My big girl. She's got all of her bark arranged all how she likes it. She knocks it around and does what she wants with it. And here she is, being very curious as to what's going on. But, let's see. I mean, and now probably Chappie isn't out. I wouldn't assume Chappie would be out because he usually isn't. But we'll look over here. I feel like she's like, where are you going? What's going on? Chappie is probably not out. You see he's got plenty of plants and everything. Again, he's got a great setup too. But he burrows, and so that's, he's hiding right now. Anyway.